What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is AkeemHaynes. I'm a two-time Olympian, Olympic bronze medalist, author, motivational speaker, and sports commentator. On my channel, we talk boxing, MMA, track and field, and of course, motivation and encouraging content. If this is something that you enjoy, then I hope that you subscribe to the channel. Now, let's get into the video. Mairis Briedis versus Jai Opetaia, the post-fight recap. What did we think about this fight? It was an early fight. This fight was much better than I think people thought that it was going to be. I mean, this fight had a bit of everything that you would want in a fight except a knockout or a knockdown. But everything else I thought that we got in this fight. In the breakdown video, I said, man, we cannot take Jai Opetaia for granted. Like, we can't take him lightly because he has a lot of good skills that could give Briedis problems. And sure enough, he gave Briedis some problems, right? I thought Jai won this fight in the early rounds, right? The way he was boxing was beautiful, right? Very strategic, very tactical. He was using the jab. He was baiting Briedis in and timed him perfectly. He used Briedis's missed opportunities to land counter shots of his own, get out of harm's way with his movement and his footwork. His team had a great strategy, and that was to not make this an ugly fight, to fight from a distance, to outbox Briedis. And I thought he did that for the first 6 rounds. I would say 7 rounds. He did exactly that. He had Briedis hurt, right? Bloody from that uppercut early in the fight, and when all hope seemed lost for Briedis, right? I know all my betting people out there, right? I know you were probably trying to scramble to see if you could change your pick, right? To switch over to Jai Opetaia and see if you can get a knockout, because that would be more funds, right? But for all those that held strong and said Jai Opetaia for the upset, right? Just by win, I'm sure you made a good amount of money. But Briedis had moments early as well too, but he looked a step slower than I last saw him. I know sometimes we don't take into mind about the age of a fighter, but that does play a factor, especially in professional sports. It does make a bit of a difference. Your mind will get sharper, you'll gain more experience, right? But the body gets a touch slower, even if you're in peak form and shape. You cannot escape Father Time, right? Especially as a boxer who they take a lot of punishment every time they get inside the ring. And I thought I saw a slower Mairis Briedis in this fight. But what you don't always see is the heart of a champion, the heart of a fighter. Regardless of what you think of Briedis, he has the heart of a champion. And when all hope seemed lost, he fought his way back in the later rounds to win a bunch of those rounds. He started to close the gap and land clean flush shots of his own. Jai looked to be getting more tired as the fight was going on. Perhaps he was feeling some of the pain of his broken jaw. Briedis came back and got himself in the fight, but he also looked tired as well too, and his power wasn't there. He didn't have enough energy to let his hands go and capitalize, because he did have Jai Opetaia hurt multiple times in the later rounds, but he didn't have enough energy to finish. Jai was just quicker in this fight, more accurate, and he had Briedis's timing for the majority of this fight. He fought a great fight. I don't know what else more he could have done to win that fight. He showed heart, he showed skill, belief in himself, and most importantly, the will to keep going when your back was against the wall. From what they were saying, he broke his jaw in the 2nd round, right? And while we have seen many fighters before, we just saw Alma Ibarra not want to go back into the fight, and she didn't have a broken jaw. But Jai Opetaia said, man, this is my moment, this is my time, and I cannot not get in there, especially if I'm doing so well. He knew he was doing well. It was a great win for him. The work that he did at the beginning stages of this fight really solidified it for him, because as I was watching the fight, I saw him hurt and I was thinking to myself, oh man, is he going to get knocked out? Because Briedis is coming back. I'm like, hold on, Jai. Hold on, right? But he did what he needed to do in order to win this fight. Congratulations to him and his team. They truly deserve the moment. It was a great and spectacular win for him, a great performance across the board. Now, what happens next? I'm not sure if there will be a rematch down the road, or if Jai will move on to try and get the other belt. I know there's talks about Lawrence Okolie, right? But either way, I don't think he is going to be a champion that just loses his belt right away. He showed us a lot in this fight, and this was an impressive win for him. But what are your thoughts on this fight? Let me know in the comments section below. I also want to give a shout out to Al V. Shore. He sent a nice donation by the way of Cash App to me the other day. I really appreciate it. If you would like to support the channel, then you can definitely like, subscribe, or share the channel. Or if you want to leave a donation, then you can do so at the description below. I'll also have my Cash App handle in this video as well too. So if you've been watching the video this long, then do me a favor and subscribe to the channel, and we'll definitely see you next time.